I'm so excited about this next segment because we're going to eat good today. Samantha Ferraro from the Little Ferraro Kitchen has been sharing her love of Mediterranean food with us for years. And now, here on this show today, she is launching her second cookbook, One Pot Mediterranean, and we are thrilled and so proud to have her back with us.
Thank you. I love being here.
Oh, we love having you here. She comes all the way from Bellingham. Every time she comes to the show here in Seattle, we love it.
It's always worth it.
All right, well, if you're like me, I have to say, I love Mediterranean food. I just feel, I don't know, maybe it's the DNA in me, but I just feel so good after eating it.
Yes.
Happy. So what are we making today?
So we are making a really easy, approachable, flavorful one-pot recipe. This is a Greek-inspired shrimp. It's a great weeknight recipe. There's lots of flavors. There's salty, there's a little sweet, some white wine. You can't go wrong. Get some bread.
And it's easy to make, right?
It is so easy to make within minutes. So shall we start?
Yeah, let's get started.
So we are using a nice wide Dutch oven, but if you have a wide skillet, you can use that as well.
I need to get one of these.
Isn't that pretty? I love it.
Oh,
so
beautiful.
some olive oil, usually the base of Mediterranean recipes. And I have some shallot here.
Okay.
And if you don't have shallot, you can use red onion, but shallot is nice and sweet and mild.
And mild. That's the thing about red onion. Sometimes it'll just punch you right in the
It's a little much, yeah.
Yeah.
So give that a saute. That will cook up pretty quickly. So then we can also add some chopped garlic, another very popular ingredient in Mediterranean cuisine.
And one thing I've learned from all, like, it's 3 years I've been actually doing this show now, which is hard to believe, from all the wonderful chefs I've met, the one thing you've trained me from, I used to use the garlic in the jar.
Oh, that's right. I remember we talked about that.
And you were like, no. So now I am a convert. I spend the time to chop the garlic.
You know what? It makes it, it makes it worth
all
it.
The
Thank you for doing that.
Yes, thank you for teaching.
So we are cooking very quickly here, so we're going to work fast. I'm going to add some tomatoes.
Okay.
So this is nice and sweet and fresh. Tomatoes are always in season, and even better when they are in season.
Yes.
And I use all of the juice from the tomatoes. Now, if you don't have tomatoes, use a can of diced tomatoes.
Okay.
Keep it easy. Use what you have. I do it all the time.
I love this
all
about
the time.
You gotta make it. And I always have a can of Rotel tomatoes.
Throw it in. Ooh, that actually would be really good because it has
a little
maybe
bit
some chili.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be really tasty.
Okay.
All right. Would you like to add some white wine?
Sure.
So this gives it a little bit more complexity, a little sweetness, a little acidity. And we have a half-ish cup.
Okay. And if I have to open the bottle of white wine to cook with,
I mean,
if it has to happen.
that's what I do.
I mean.
So whenever we are cooking with wine, we want to cook off that alcohol, but we want to reduce it to make a nice little sauce.
Make it thicker.
It makes it thicker, and you'll see. I don't know if we'll have time right now, but
we'll let that cook
as it reduces, it will thicken up.
Because as we're reducing that sauce, making a white wine reduction sauce, if you will. Let's talk about some of the other incredible recipes you have in your brand new cookbook, One Pot Mediterranean. So excited for you.
Thank you.
What have you brought for us to show today?
So I brought a few different things. So I have the finished dish that we are making here, which is the Greek shrimp with lots of nice herbs and feta. And you're going to like this one. So this one I love. So this is a vegetable and halloumi bake. So there's vegetables, there's creamy beans, there's a really nice smoky tomato sauce, and it's topped with cubes of halloumi cheese, which fry up, you have to try it, which can handle high heat cooking. So when you put it under the broiler, it gets a little crispy, and it's kind of smoky and sweet, and it's really just comforting and simple and really tasty.
It's got like a ratatouille vibe, like that really calming.
That actually would be really good. I would do any different veggies in there. I would put, I put zucchini and bell peppers in there, but you can do cauliflower, which would be delicious. Eggplant I would put in there.
That is so delicious and just it makes you feel cozy. And then this salad is beautiful. What is this?
Yeah, so the last chapter in my book is a chapter on salads, just to bring the whole meal together. So some nice fresh crunch. So this is kind of a rustic Turkish shepherd salad. It's a very rustic, chunky salad. There's olive oil, there's sumac, there's fresh herbs, there's Anaheim peppers, and if you don't have Anaheim peppers, you can use like a green bell pepper. There's tomatoes and cucumber. It's just very simple.
Is that
crunchy.
dill in there too?
There's dill, and I mean, I love herbs.
I know. You know what? That is so fresh, Jason. These two are perfect together because that is so savory and rich, and this is so fresh.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to cook from this book.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, we are slowly reducing, so we're gonna add some shrimp. So I have peeled, deveined shrimp because we're keeping it easy.
Yes.
And they're about like a medium size. So we're gonna add those right in.
This is, I think a lot of people, shrimp is such an easy seafood,
It
or
is,
shellfish,
yes.
I should say, to approach, because once you know it's cooked because it's pink, right?
Yeah, exactly. And do you ever hear that rule where it's C means cooked, but if it's O, it's overcooked?
No,
So-
but see, now I know.
So keep that in mind, because shrimp only take maybe 3-4 minutes to cook.
Right.
So just keep an eye on it.
C
Turn
means
it
cooked,
over.
O
is
means
overcooked.
Ah, that's genius.
Yes. So as soon as the shrimp are done, we're basically done. We're gonna add some lemon zest.
Okay.
So you know this is another favorite ingredient. I use a microplane and I take a lemon.
You're the reason I own a microphone.
You really?
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna zest it right on top. And again, it gives it some brightness and more acidity.
And I know once this is cooked, I'm sorry, I'll let you finish
No,
that.
no.
Because you're going to cut it up now.
I'm gonna
and you
cut
can
it and squeeze some lemon
juice.
juice on there, yep.
Okay, so that is a key thing. Lemony, I love the bright taste of lemon and how,
Yeah.
you know, summery that feels.
Yes, I agree. It gives it a nice brightness. And the zest and the lemon juice taste differently. The zest is a little bit oily and fragrant, and the juice is sharper. So I like using both when I can.
Yeah.
So really from here, you're just waiting till the shrimp is done.
Okay, and then once it is done, it looks like you kind of season it with some
Yes.
gorgeous Greek olives.
Yeah, so
Uh-huh.
those are Kalamata olives. I like those. They're briny and salty.
Oh,
They're
those are
easy to find.
Those
and
are
then
really
we
good.
have some feta cheese. So we're bringing all those beautiful like Greek flavors into this dish.
Can I ask
Yeah.
you a question about feta?
Sure.
Because there's a couple recipes I have that call for low-fat feta or different kind of feta. Is all feta created equal?
I don't typically use low-fat cheese personally.
Yes.
I want the flavor of cheese.
I love the
Yes,
cheese.
that's just
It's
a
healthy.
personal
It's good
preference.
for you anyway,
exactly.
right?
But I do look for a sheep's milk feta. So make sure. Usually it is, but sometimes you'll find cow's milk. Look for a sheep's milk.
Don't try to joke me with that cow's milk feta. Who do you think you are?
It exists. And
Okay.
I always will buy feta in the brine and crumble it up myself because look how creamy that is.
Okay,
When
in
you,
the brine, okay.
Yeah, so it's usually like in a block. And it
Okay.
has some brine in it. And
Sheep
it is creamy.
Feta in the brine.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
So we are almost done here.
okay.
And then as soon as the shrimp are cooked, again, it takes so few minutes.
Well, we do have the final product
Oh, yeah.
here. I'm going to let you guys get a beauty shot of that before I dig in, because I am, guess what, about to dig in. All right, there it is. Isn't it pretty? And I'm taking it in 3, 2. It's mine now. Sorry. And you just laid this on a mixture of the olives. Oh, I am
Yes.
so into this.
Yeah, it's the Kalamata olives, some feta cheese,
Oh, you
shrimp.
put the calamata in when you're cooking
Oh
it.
yeah, right at the end, right at the end. And as it's still warm, that feta will kind of slowly melt and get really creamy. Feta, shrimp, and tomatoes are a gorgeous combination.
I don't even love tomatoes, but I love this. I don't mind cooked tomatoes, just raw is my problem.
Right.
This is so, you know what?
Noted.
It presents so well. And the thing is, any of us can cook this. Any of us.
It is really easy, yeah. If you are looking to like dive into Mediterranean cooking for the first time, this is a good introductory recipe.
It's perfect. And
Yeah.
by the way, if you'd like to try this recipe, just text the word recipe to 206-448-4545. We'll get that number, that recipe to you right away. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. And Samantha's book is just launching. She's got lots of appearances coming up. So head to our website for details and you can see her in person and cook with her and it'd be great. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Congrats
so
on the
much.
book.
Thank you so much.
All right.